when we got there was like infestation of cockroaches. You cannot even imagine.
My hands are like
wet.
dripping with saliva after. It's really funny. Yes, as soon as you start noticing the positive things, you will start noticing more positive things.
Yeah. You have the power to change how you feel. It's like you can change it like this.
You started Tindering as well.
It's getting hot in here.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Andrea and Julia. I'm Julia and...
I'm Andrea.
Come a bit closer, Andrea.
Hi.
Do you have tea for us?
I'm fixing the tea. Yes.
That's very nice.
Okay, let me just...
It's quite an essential part of tea time. Boom, boom, boom.
Here's one cup.
Thank you.
Stop,
Oh shit.
careful.
Okay.
Here's the other one.
Just stop swearing.
Here's some more in case you want later.
Thank you.
I'll stop here.
Fuck. We still don't have a pot. We still don't have a teapot. Maybe that's a good investment to have.
It's very hot, yes.
Yes. So.
Hi, so yeah, welcome. Oh, sorry.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, I didn't. I was like being clumsy and bumping into everything.
Yes, this is a very dangerous table. I have a scar.
Yeah, not good.
No.
You need to fix it.
Yes. I found this on the street on a rainy night, and it used to be a wardrobe actually, and I put it on this little IKEA table that is under, and it's not a very stable solution.
No, it's not.
And
it's loose.
It's
not,
loose.
yeah.
Yes, and there are some edges on it that are not very
They are very
safe.
Yeah, you should like sand them or something.
Yeah, cut them, sand them.
Yeah.
Many things should be done to this table. But now this is what we
It's
have.
a good solution for
Just
a
like
while.
this is what we have.
Yes.
So,
Cheers.
So,
Thank you for having me back here.
thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. So nice.
I will sleep in your house a lot.
Yeah.
As
When
soon
it's
as
ready.
As soon as it's ready. So tell us, Andrea, how has it been for you in your new home?
In my new home. Oh my god, I love my new home. I love the new neighborhood. I love where it is. I have no building in front of my window, so I just have trees and it's beautiful. There's a mountain in my backyard. And it's really nice.
It's very close to nature.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, very beautiful.
Yeah, and I love it. I feel really comfortable home. The only issue is that when we got there was like infestation of cockroaches all over the place. It was
Like hundreds, if not
like,
thousands.
yeah, it was like you cannot even imagine. And we obviously hadn't noticed that when we first got the apartment. And we didn't move into the apartment after like 1 week or two. So there was no way for us knowing that there were so many roaches. And we got there. It was so nasty. So we decided, we're obviously nesting in the kitchen. So we decided to get rid of all the kitchen cabinets, everything, just done with everything, fumigate everything, and just start from the beginning. And that's what I've been up to. Battling the roaches.
And there's a lot of them still. I mean, they're still there.
Yeah, there's
well, a couple
still there.
of them.
Not that many. Like, I obviously noticed the difference. There's like few left, but they're still there. So
she's running around with the spray can,
yeah,
like psh,
yeah,
psh, psh. as soon as you see
moving everything. So I have no kitchen because I had to rebuild the kitchen. We went to buy a kitchen at this Swedish thing, the Swedish place.
The Swedish furniture giant.
Yes. So we went to buy a new kitchen there. We're building it up, but the kitchen has like this really weird angles that aren't straight.
Very typical for here.
It makes it so much more difficult because we had to cut the counter and it's so hard. Anyways, we haven't finished because they gave us 2 different color of counters because we needed 2. And
they're not matching.
No, they're not matching. And we already cut them both, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we need to go and buy a new counter, the right color. Get the guy to make the installation, the electricity installation to the oven, because it's an electrical oven that's like...
Or a lady.
But here it's hard to get ladies. Electrician ladies. But yeah. So that's what I need to do. I need to fix the electricity for the oven, get the new counter, fix the water, the
water tap?
Yeah, but down where you close the water completely. The crane, the main...
main faucet. I don't know.
Yeah, the main faucet thingy. It's like on the wrong side, so we need to put it straight up, and we can't close the whole water, the cold water, so we can't change the tube we need for the new faucet because we need a longer one because we can't close the water. So that's a bit of an issue.
So you don't have an oven, you don't have water, you don't have a microwave, you don't have a fridge.
I don't have a washing machine. I didn't have chairs. Luckily, I found 2 chairs on the street last week, so now I have 2 chairs. But it's
They're charming.
Nice.
It's charming. She painted the floor.
Yeah, I painted the floor. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really nice.
Pink floor, like
yellow.
Sorry.
Yellow floor. Yeah, yellow floor, and yeah,
Beautiful tiles.
Little by little, I think we're getting there. We're patient, I just see a lot of potential in this apartment. It's, once it's fixed up, it's gonna be really nice. And there's a lot of light, and we have like a corner balcony in the bedroom.
You have 2 balconies.
And a balcony in the dining room, so it's really nice. I'm very happy.
I'm also very happy.
Yeah.
It's a very, very nice place for me to sleep over when it's a late night in the city. Yes. So
it's a good change. Yeah.
It's a very nice change, and you really deserve this beautiful space, and I'm really, really happy for
Thank you. Me too. And also I'm moved in with this guy I've been seeing for almost 2 years, so that's also a big change.
A very, very nice guy.
He's very nice and sweet, and I love him a lot, but it's a change. So, but I'm happy. It's gonna go good. Yeah.
It's going good.
It's going good.
No?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
It's a big thing.
It is. Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna do that in a while.
Yeah. Well, I have honestly only lived with 2 guys before. I only had 2 serious relationships before, so now this is like an open relationship, non-exclusive, and it's a new thing. But I'm happy because that's what I really want.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
You started Tindering as well. Since last time.
I started Tindering last Friday, like a week ago. No, yeah, a little bit over a week ago. I started Tinder. I've been very curious about it for the last 3 3-4 years maybe. And all my friends were like, yeah, you should get it. I'm like, I'm not sure, always doubting. And finally I decided to do it because I feel that even though I'm very good with this guy I'm seeing, I still need to meet new people, and apparently that's how you meet new people nowadays.
Well, it's a way of doing.
It's a way of doing, but it's like it's for sure you're gonna do it. You're gonna meet new people for sure.
Yeah.
If you go out, if whatever, it's not sure you're gonna meet new people because sometimes you talk to people, sometimes they come and talk to you, but it's not every time that happens. If you're going out with,
especially if you're going out with your friends. But I think it's more that when you go on Tinder, you can find people who want the same thing as you.
Exactly.
And when you are meeting people in real life, you might see somebody who's really attractive and you get attracted to them, but maybe they have a girlfriend, or maybe they're not emotionally ready, or they don't think like you. They're not polyamorous or non-monogamous, whatever. Yeah,
you don't know their intentions and expectations, so
that's very important.
Yeah, so I think it's okay. So I've been on 4 dates so far last week. I canceled the 5th date because it was too much. It takes a lot of energy. I never thought it would be so exhausting. So the 5th date I was like, no, I can't do this no more. I'm just gonna stick to one, max 2 dates a week maybe. It went good. Not sure I'm gonna see all of them again, but
just reading them out. It's better
selecting doing the selection in 2 or 3 hours. It's okay. It's very practical.
you kind of get the feeling of a person.
Yeah.
And it's also very nice to you talk to them and you can quite instantly see if, okay, do I want to see this person again or not?
Yeah, exactly.
And
so I think it's a good way to do it, it's you go straight for it, and that's it. Cut the chase, blah blah blah, and that's it. So I think it's a very practical way of doing it.
One little tip.
She's the pro. She's the Tinder pro.
Well, now I'm blushing. I'm probably come.
Oh my god. Okay, Julia, it's okay.
Well, one tip, and it's about security. And that is, because you never know. Obviously, you shouldn't meet anybody that you don't feel a good vibe with, but still, just to keep yourself calm, a little precautionary action can be. For example, I have a WhatsApp group with my other girlfriends, because you're like, not all my friends hang out together. But anyway, so I have 2 girlfriends that have been on Tinder much longer than you, and what we do, because I just started Tindering again, and what we do is that before we meet the guy, sometimes we send the guy's profile, just to be on the safe side, or contact information also. But if we, for example, decide to go home with the guy or whatever, we just send our location.
Yeah, that
it's a really good thing to do, because then you feel safe, and nothing has ever happened, nothing bad has ever happened, but then that if anything happens,
someone knows
where you are and who you're with.
Yeah.
And it's so simple to send your location if you have WhatsApp, or send the address. Sometimes the location is not accurate enough, but whatever. But you can kind of feel what you need to feel safe, and then you know that is done, and you can relax.
Yeah, go and enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. So yeah,
let's talk about something.
Yeah,
else.
So that's been my week. And last night it was San Juan here. San Juan means celebration they do here. A lot of fireworks, and we spent it up in the rooftop. And it was so nice.
Not on the terrace, but we actually climbed up on the roof of the house. And we had candles, and we had blankets, and we had pillows and music, and 360 degree view. 360 degree view.
Fireworks everywhere.
And mountains
and the sea and the beach and everything. It was so beautiful, and we drank water and ate grapes
and peaches.
Yeah. I feel so healthy.
Yeah. It's so nice to be sober.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, because this is a night where everyone goes crazy. It's like crazy party. It's one of the biggest party here in Catalonia. Fireworks, alcohol everywhere, and like this firecrackers everywhere. So dangerous.
So
it's so
scary.
dangerous. Yeah, I get really scared. I can't go out when it's San Juan. I know once I spent it in Barceloneta, the main beach of Barcelona city, which is packed, crazy, a lot of people, fireworks, firecrackers everywhere. I was so anxious that I had to get really drunk, just so I could disconnect and stop being afraid. Yeah, that was my excuse.
Oh my god. No, it's really terrible. Yeah, I've been on one San Juan 2 years ago, and I had a boyfriend at the time, and he surprised me. He had this picnic basket and candles and cava, and we went down to the beach, and I was new here, so I didn't really know what San Juan was, or that it was going on. So we just went there, and we had the picnic and everything, and then all the fireworks started, and the bonfire and everything. It was
romantic.
Really nice, really nice. Wow. But then it went really crazy. People were like having sex next to us, and then firecrackers, but it's not and fireworks all around, and it's not really safe. When you're at the beach and you're doing fireworks, it can go like this in the sand, and it's like the parents disappear or something for these kids, because there's a lot of kids, and it's really scary. Really scary. So we went back because
it's not safe.
It's not safe.
No,
it's
not safe at all.
Yes.
Yeah, but we had a nice San Juan.
The best one. Yeah. Best one so far.
It was really cozy. And just looking at the moon and the stars and the fireworks. Yeah. It was really nice.
We were listening to my rooftop chill playlist, and I was actually thinking of I'm gonna put it down in the description box below.
Follow it. It's really nice.
It's my favorite. Chill out rooftop music, and
it's perfect to chill and groove a little.
It's some Spanish music, some Brazilian English speaking music.
Super nice. So tell me, Julia, what have you been up to?
I will tell you, Andrea.
Any changes for her too?
Yes, I have started working in an office again. Although I didn't think I would go back into the office, I went back into the office. And but it's a much better deal in the sense of okay, so I'm doing technical support for smart TVs. I will not tell you
The
the brand, because no, I don't want to make
no promotion
here. But I'm doing technical support and some customer service, but mostly technical support. And it's part-time, which is makes it all much better. I start at 9 and finish at 3, so that's great.
Pretty good.
It's
More
money.
now in summer. You can at least, can you pass me the tea, please,
Yes,
my dear?
Absolutely, darling.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome, sunshine. Cheers again.
Cheers again. Yeah.
So yes. So working 9 to 3 is awesome. Even though I make less money, I'm much happier.
Yeah. Because it's worth it, no?
It's worth it.
Like,
I still travel 4 hours a day to work 6 hours, but I am in one of my favorite neighborhoods in Barcelona, and I get to be in Barcelona every day in the center because I'm a little bit outside. So I get to have this balance between being in the peace and quiet out here, and then being in the city.
You needed the city. No?
I needed the city. I was feeling a little bit far away. I wouldn't move back yet, but I'm thinking about maybe I will move closer in half a year or something.
You can be my neighbor.
Yes, I want to be her neighbor. It's so nice there. It's much closer to nature, and it's really nice. And I'm taking the bike and going through the Ciutadella Park, and it's a really nice morning routine. And I get there half an hour before work starts.
Oh wow!
It's either, depending on which train I take, it's half an hour or 20 minutes before I start. So I have this routine and just calmness, getting there on time. Maybe I get a coffee. I'm cutting down because I cut down on the coffee. Then I get back to the office and then I start with coffee again. This is my constant struggle.
Me too. It's the same for me.
So I'm cutting down on it and trying to sleep more instead, because it doesn't make me feel good in my body. It elevates my blood pressure and my heart rate.
The only thing it's good for is for the digestion.
That is for sure. And I started rapping.
Yes!
Oh my!
Cool.
It's so cool.
We're gonna listen to her.
It's coming.
In the future.
It's coming.
It's
coming.
coming.
I have a new colleague who's a rapper and beatboxer, and he was teaching me a lot about the beat and bars and how to structure it, and we were just playing around, and then suddenly,
because she's a fast learner,
suddenly just like palm, and the whole melody comes and the rhymes
creativity,
comes,
everything.
And the new song was written in a couple of hours, and it's quite
You're opening
catchy.
portals,
Yeah.
Julia.
It's so nice, and I'm getting. I've been practicing a lot because rapping is difficult, and I've been practicing because there's a lot of tongue twisters in this rap. Yes, and I'm getting faster and faster, but also it's important not to do it too fast, because then nobody will understand except for me. So it's really, really fun. And also last Friday I started learning how to beatbox, so that's also the next level of my learning process. So we're gonna record this.
Can you beatbox a little for me? You haven't done that. You haven't. I
just know like 2 things that I can do right now.
You haven't shown.
But I learned how to keep the beat for a long time. Okay. And it's hard. And right now I'm just doing, it's very raw because I'm not as slick. It's not as clean, you know. It takes a lot of practice.
Oh my god!
Right now I'm just trying to keep the beat, but then it comes to the different sounds like the and the without spitting too much, and my hands are like dripping with saliva after. It's really funny. Yes, it's really, really funny. We'll be exploring the depths of challenges we have been facing in our patience. We have been exploring.
That's really good.
And sometimes not everything needs to be on YouTube, and sometimes life happens, and you just have to deal with that, and then you can go on and
move on. Just keep on with your life. Yeah. Well, I think we have a lot to do.
And I think one of the most important things I learned during these challenging weeks is to be thankful.
Always. But that we always know.
We know, but when you start going in a downward spiral, it's hard to remember. Because you get so stressed out about the situations outside of yourself that it affects the situation inside yourself.
Blurs all perspective.
Yeah, and I've been trying to stay positive, but it's really hard. And one thing that it has really helped me, I'm going to show you. So I have this little folder where I keep my work stuff and my notebook and stuff like that. And then I have this little book, and it's my thankfulness diary.
Nice.
And it's very colorful, so I can always find it. It's not black; it doesn't disappear.
Don't lose it.
Yeah. And here I write what I'm thankful for. That's and good. It's a lot of things, and just reading it
highes up your vibration.
Yeah, it elevates you.
Yeah.
It's so nice. And I really noticed that just reading it, but especially writing it, but just reading it, it just changes everything. As soon as I do it, I'm just like, I'm happy, I'm smiling again, and it produces a lot of endorphins and a lot of happiness hormones. Just reading it, and it is very, very, very good.
Yeah, I should do the same.
Yeah, you should have it. Not in your phone.
No.
Have it like this, and try to do it every day. But because it affects your life, really affects your life. Because when you start looking for what you're thankful for instead of what you're not happy about, you can literally lift yourself out of a deep hole that we sometimes get into. And as soon as you start noticing the positive things, you will start noticing more positive things.
Yeah, of course.
And
you feel good about it. It just changes. You have the power to change how you feel. It's like you can change it like this.
And then when you feel good, you react better to the situations around you.
And you
don't
attract
snap.
better things.
You attract better things. You attract nicer people and nicer situations, because you say yes sometimes instead of saying no, and you say yes to things that are good for you when you're happy. Like last night, drinking water. Yeah, it was really good for us. Nothing else. No wine. No kava. No alcohol. No weed. I stopped smoking weed so much. That also happened.
That's good. I don't smoke weed.
Yeah. I used to. I used to smoke weed, and now ever since I quit, well, I didn't quit forever, like a puristic way.
Don't do it as
no,
as much as you used.
In more, it's been a month or more than a month, and since then I smoked 3 times, and before I used to smoke maybe once a day or every second day or maybe 2 times a day or something like that. So I wasn't a heavy stoner, but
it affects you.
But it affected me.
I mean, it might be very good for certain things, but then it can also affect you in other things.
Yeah.
So it's all like keep the balance.
Yeah, I like dealing with the situation from a pure state of mind.
Yeah.
And that really is
total
awesome.
conscious about everything. Be like there, you.
Yeah. Also having sex when you're sober, so nice.
Yeah, I'm always sober when I have sex. It's really nice.
It's really nice. I mean, it's not like I never had sex sober, but sometimes you might have a glass of wine, then you're not sober anymore. And that affects you. Or if you smoke a little joint, which is really nice also, it affects you.
Well, no, I had a lot of drunken sex, for sure. I'm not saying that I always have sober.
But you're also in a relationship, so it's different when you have a different routine about sex. But yeah.
Morning sex.
Very nice. Yeah, okay, let's get out the habanicos again.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
Okay.
I think we work?
We should go to work and edit this and yes. Have a very, very, very nice week.
Yeah. Enjoy your Sunday.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stay good, kids.
Yes. Don't do drugs or just sometimes pick them wisely.
Don't do heavy drugs. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Till next week.
Till next week.